Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are so excited that you're here tonight. Thanks for taking 30 minutes out of your schedule to spend it with us, just to learn more about this amazing technology that we are just seeing help people every single day. It's truly, truly amazing. So please know whoever invited you to the call tonight must really care about you to want you to know about this technology. Our technology inspires the body to do what it already does best itself, which is be able to heal itself. That's what we were designed to do. And that's what our technology inspires in our own amazing bodies. It's our goal to help people opt out of the disease management system in our country and opt in to a better way of helping the body be the best it can be and take care of business on its own rather than needing help from drugs. So with that, we're going to start with our medical disclaimer. All LifeWave products are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any dis-ease in the body. Please, if you are pregnant or nursing, please always, or on any type of medications, please check with your preferred healthcare practitioner first. That helps you and supports you in your journey along to optimal health. So please check with them first. But with that, we're going to dive right in and talk about how this technology helps our bodies. We are FDA recognized and compliant as a general wellness product. This is a class 1 medical device. It is completely non-transdermal. Here is what our technology looks like. Completely non-transdermal, meaning there's nothing that transfers from that little center disc into our bodies. It is completely sealed on both sides with medical grade plastic, a hypoallergenic adhesive. And what happens is so it's sealed on both sides with that medical grade plastic. And I'm going to explain how then anything happens in the body because it's non-transdermal. So there's no contraindications with any types of medications or anything because there's nothing going into the body. So there's no interactions with something else that you might be taking, which is what's so amazing is that you never have to worry because it's all just supporting your body's own divine design. So what this is made of is organic amino acids, salts, and sugars. So in a crystal lattice structure. So like this, in a crystal lattice structure that's reflective, similar to a mirror, to where your own body's light hits that center disc and then reflects back into your body, turning on different peptides in your body, which is why there's no contraindications because it's a light therapy product. So similar to sitting in a red light therapy bed or any type of, if you've seen the masks that you can wear or the wands that you can use or the pads that you can use, anything like that, those are all light therapy devices. This is that too, only super easy because you can just put it on and go on about your day, which is what is so cool about it, is that you can then have light therapy all day, every day, going on, activating your peptides, your mitochondria, everything helping to work for your own body. So this technology actually has a 96% effectiveness rate. That is like, that blows everything out of the water. I mean, I don't even know of other things that have that high of an effectiveness rate. And when you consider what our technology is compared to, which the closest comparison, okay, with our technology would be stem cell injections. Okay, so that is, and they tell you when you go in for a stem cell injection that they have no idea whether this is going to work for you. So you will have paid thousands and thousands of dollars to hopefully get whatever your injured area is regenerated and really out of pain. Usually people decide to do that because they're in a lot of pain and struggling to have that joint work for them. With this, it's a 96% effectiveness rate. So it is always getting the peptide in your body up and running, working on your behalf, doing what it was designed to do. It always works. So even if you don't feel it, like it's always working, we can send you in to have, like even on our clinical tests, it's going to show in 24 hours in your blood work that this in particular peptide is up and working. In 7 days, it's up and working. In 28 days, it's up and working. There are long-term studies that have been done for over a year that shows the results. And those studies also show many, many other things. So much so that we could not release them because it would be making claims that we don't do because we are a general wellness product only. So we could not actually even release those studies. So truly amazing, always working in your body. You never have to question that. But if you do, there's all kinds of people and devices that can check that, whether it's in the blood, whether it's with some type of scanner, truly always working. Patented technology, over 200 patents we have on our technology. Again, completely, just jaw dropping. You have to be able to demonstrate that your product does what says it's going to do in order to be able to get a patent. So we have done this to over 200 times in multiple different ways on multiple different levels. I think there are over like 70% of David Schmidt's patents are in regenerative health. So truly, again, amazing. This company will continue to be the leading company in the world for regenerative technology that is affordable, easily accessible, supporting your own body's infinite design. We have technology that is lined out to come out for the next 7 years that will continue to keep this company on the cutting edge and easily accessible to everyone, which is what is so cool. So again, extremely affordable. Your comparison is thousands and thousands of dollars to stem cell injections to pennies on the dollar when you're talking about this technology. And then when I'm getting into what all it does for you, not just helping to activate and elevate stem cells, but all the long list that starts to go on in the body is truly amazing. And we're going to dive into that here in a minute. But the reason we actually get to talk about stem cells with our technology is because of this new product that we just launched last month, Cellergize. It has a xanthox in it, which helps to support your own body's stem cells. So if you are in need of a high quality electrolyte, an amino acid, if you work out and those things are important to you, I highly recommend this, as well as because we always talk about hydration with this technology. Electrolytes is what allows the cells to be able to talk to each other. So magnesium, potassium, sodium, and that electrical conductivity between the cells is what allows the cells to communicate. And so to have the right amounts, this is what we recommend and promote as a fantastic electrolyte with all kinds of additional benefits, as well as being able to support your body's own stem cells, which is really, really cool. Not required for our patch technology to work at all. Not needed if you have other things that you like. It's just fantastic because these are designed to work in conjunction and specifically designed to optimize your patch technology that you're utilizing. And so you know that all of those things are working together, which is fantastic. But like I said, you don't have to use that. You can just use the patches and they're going to work, regardless as well. So there's no other product in the world that does what our technology does. Our X39 product, there's nothing else in the world that does this the way that it does this. And that's so there's no competition. And the product that we're getting ready to launch in our water technology, it should be coming out here hopefully within the next few months. That as well is completely novel design, novel product. There's nothing else in the world. There's no comparison to what it actually does for you. And that's going to continue to happen with LifeWave as we continue to grow and as our scientist and David Schmidt keeps to get inventing and working in the lab. It's just truly amazing. So how does this technology actually do those things some of those things I just talked about? It's through a process called photobiomodulation. That's just a big word for light making change in the body. So you already actually understand this without even knowing it. So every time you step out into the sun and the sun hits your skin and your eyes, it tells your body to make vitamin D. And then the vitamin D in your body goes and does what it was already designed to do to help support your body efficiently and effectively. So this technology works the same way, only we don't need the sun because we are the light source. We are the heat source. We emit a low-grade infrared light, and that is what gets reflected from this patch back into the body, turning on a specific peptide called GHK copper peptide. So That also may sound strange, but let me just break it down for you. You already actually understand this, because when you see a movie and they're looking through night vision goggles and they are talking about a heat signature and you see all those different colors, that heat signature is scientifically a low-grade infrared light. That's what you're seeing, that light that is emitted everywhere from our body. So that light then hits this patch, goes back into our body, turn at a very specific frequency. So this is truly like frequency medicine as well. So it turns on a very specific peptide, GHK copper peptide. So once again, this is also peptide therapy. So if you are in any kind of natural health world, peptide therapy has been all the rage for about the last year. It's just really come on strong with all the different peptides that people usually most of the time inject. There are some that are that you can take as supplements. There are also topical creams that you can use, but really it's the injections that most people are utilizing. So GHK copper peptide can actually be injected as well. What I've been told is that it burns really, really bad. And then there's also stabilizers and other things that are in that injection that you don't have to even worry about when you just turn on your own body's GHKCU. Not only that, this is so much cheaper than those injections as well. So if I can avoid having to inject anything and just put on a tiny little patch, please sign me up for that. I am very happy to sign up for that. And plus, to have my own body work the way that God designed it, the way that things that I was already given by God to support His design, I want to be able to do that instead of inject something. And so I'm super thankful that we have an inventor and founder that studied Lauren Picard's information. So GHK copper peptide was found over 50 years ago. So David Schmidt has been studying this 50 years worth of research, and it took 10 years in the lab to come up with this patch to understand how to figure out the specific frequency to be able to turn on GHK copper peptide. So you can actually wear the patch anywhere on the body. We do have clinically tested spots. There's over 90 clinical studies. So there are clinically tested spots for that reason, but you can actually put it anywhere. So if you have an ache or a pain or an issue, you can just pop the spot. It can go on anywhere you want it to. And what's cool is you really can't do it wrong. That's the other thing, is that this is not something that you really need a lot of instruction for or understanding of, because you really just can't do it wrong, because our light is going to be reflected off that patch, and that frequency is going to turn on that peptide no matter where you put it on the body. So you may want it to affect your shoulder because you have an issue with your shoulder, but instead you have something going on in your heart or your brain that maybe you don't even know about, and your body's going to deem those as more critically necessary for life than it will your shoulder. So it may take a while to get to your shoulder, but I don't know about you, but that makes me really happy. I don't have to know. My body is designed to heal itself. And so if it wants to help my heart or my brain before it gets to my shoulder, I'm going to say thank you. Thank you, body, for doing what you were designed to do. And I absolutely love that. So GHK copper peptide. Let's dive into that just a little bit. Okay, so I'm only going to talk to you about 5 areas that GHK copper peptide affects. If you Google GHK-CU, it's going to give you a very long list of things. Okay, you can also go on to patchtheway.com. That's PATCH, theway.com, and just scroll down. And we have a section there that links to all the clinical studies, all the patents, links to PubMed, where you can see there's over 13 pages on studies of GHK copper peptide and all the things that it does in the body. This peptide is really dubbed the fountain of youth. And it is really the most heavily researched peptide that's out there, with 50 years of research on it, which is what's really cool too. And so thankfully, because of all that research and all that time, David Schmidt has found a way to elevate and activate that in our own bodies with the tiny little patch. So let's just talk about 5 different things major body systems that I like to talk about with people. But like I said, there's a very long list of things. So I'm only going to go over 5. So the first one we've already talked about is stem cells. So activating and elevating your own body's stem cells. So what happens in our body is our stem cells begin to decline and no longer work optimally as we age. By the time we're 30, our stem cells are only operating at about 50% of what we had when we were younger. By the time we're 60, we only have 10% that are any longer active in our body. And so if we can come in and reset 4,000 genes to a younger, healthier state by turning on GHK copper peptide, just think about for a minute resetting 4,000 genes to a younger, healthier state, what that could do for anyone's body, any condition. Okay. So we're truly talking about the fountain of youth and being able and what God put there so that our body can heal and regenerate itself. The body does all of the work. That is what is so cool. So activating, elevating your own body stem cells. That's the first thing. The second thing is our cardiovascular system. So cardiovascular system is obviously so important. So many people have issues with their cardiovascular system, whether it's their heart, whether it's their blood vessels, the lining of the blood vessels, whatever it might be. This supports your entire cardiovascular system. And so truly resetting it. So the clinical studies show that every 6 weeks that you utilize the technology, it resets your cardiovascular system by 8 weeks. So think about that, the compounding effect that begins to happen as you elevate GHK copper peptide in your body and the support that your cardiovascular system is now getting. And so it's really why we talk to people about using this technology, committing to this as a part of your healthcare regimen as we age. It's just something that we are going to choose to do to help our bodies work the way that it was already designed to work as a daily part of our daily lives from here on out. There would be no reason to stop because I am only going down the path of aging no matter what. Every single day is one more day that I am one more day older biologically, okay? But if I can turn back on my own body stem cells, it helps to start having a compounding effect where it's resetting my body to a younger, healthier state. So there are people who have had their blood work done that have utilized the technology for like 2 years. They're 50 and now their bodies show that they're 25. So truly from their blood showing a younger, healthier state. Now that took 2 years to reverse and reset all of that stuff, all of their blood, all of those things. And they also didn't have a list of aches, pains, illness, disease, all of these things. They just wanted to optimize their health. And so that's why they chose to utilize this. And it truly shows it having a compounding effect from that blood work, showing a reversal in their biologic age. So not their chronologic age, but their biologic age, which is what's so cool. So stem cells, cardiovascular system, brain health. The studies show that at about 6 weeks, your brain begins to become more balanced. People will notice depression and anxiety begin to lift, brain fog begin to lift. Just having that overall sense of well-being and feeling better. So I just got a text from someone today of a friend that she shared the technology with, and she was just saying how much more present in her life she feels. And she's only utilized the technology for just a few days, but just sleeping better and feeling better just overall. And I mean, that's a gift so she has 5 kids. She is in nursing school and she works a regular job. Like my mind is blown. Like I'm like, holy cow, that's a lot. That's a lot. And so for her to have the help of feeling more present in whatever's going on right there in front of her, to not have that monkey mind, just running and going and always feeling distracted as a woman, as a mom, as a wife. It's so easy to feel that way. And to give her back her sense of just enjoyment in that moment of whatever she's doing with her kids, that is a win for me. I absolutely love every part of that this technology can do that and help someone feel so much better in that way in their daily lives. Okay, so that was your brain. So the other thing I always try to tell people because it's just so near and dear to my heart. I have a dear friend who has very severe brain and heart combination injury going on, so much so that he has to go on life support every night. So this technology, I just told him, I was like, I don't know. I have no idea what this could do for you. Like this, your thing, I don't even know. And so I was like, let's just plan on wearing it consistently for 2 years. Let's just be consistent. Let's just stick with it and let's see what happens after 2 years. So 9 months later, he goes in for his brain and in his heart scan. In both conditions, the doctors were completely blown away and told him, we do not know what's going on. Your brain is growing new neural pathways and your heart is reversing in condition. I would have never, ever told him that that would have been possible, ever. Because guess what? Your body gets to decide. I would have never thought that this technology would be able to even activate a peptide that would then support the brain and the heart at the same time like that, because he's got major things in both areas. So that is just truly phenomenal. I have no idea what it will do for you. All I know is that this technology has completely changed his life. He truly can say now that it may be possible for him to come off life support and not have to be on that every single night. He has been on life support every single night for 13 years. So in 9 months to get that kind of result, I don't know about you, but I will never stop sharing this technology. This is one of those things where sharing is caring, and people need to know what kind of how this can support their body, and their body gets to decide. We don't get to decide what that looks like. If it would have taken him 2 years, would he have been thankful to have that kind of reversal going on? Absolutely. Are we thankful that it was 9 months that all of those things were showing up? Absolutely. But that's just it. The technology is always working. He doesn't feel any of that. He feels none of that going on in his brain and heart. But we know because you can go into your doctor and have test results run and you can see a difference. That's what's so cool as well. So stem cells, cardiovascular system, brain health, now collagen. Collagen is the glue that holds us together. Most people just think that it's hair, skin, and nails. It's not. It is literally everything in our body is held together by the collagen. So the ligaments, the tendons, the fascia, the lining of our organs, everything is connected by collagen. The other thing, so if whoever invited you to the call tonight, David Schmidt just did a talk on hydration and the importance of hydration in the body. And so asked to get that from him because he talks so much about collagen as well, and how the collagen also needs the hydration. It holds on and uses the hydration, which makes so much sense, right? Because as we age, we see that shriveling that starts to happen in our hands, in our face, in our skin. Well, that's also what's happening on the organs on the inside. There's a shriveling. So if we're seeing it on the outside, it's also happening on the inside. But when we can hydrate properly and when we can elevate and activate and turn on collagen, so all types of collagen, so this is completely different from any kind of collagen supplement that you would take. So the highest one that I've seen is like 9 types. There's 28 different types of collagen in your body. So if I can by turning on GHK copper peptide, I can elevate all 28 different types of collagen in my body. Yes, please sign me up for that. Please stop any type of shriveling that would be going on. That to just come to an end, please. So, yeah, especially on the inside, right? Like, I mean, I can get over dealing with it on the outside. Like that I get that, that's just been a way of life for forever. But I want everything on the inside to be healthy, which our outside is a reflection of our inside. So it's going to show up in our skin of what's going on in the inside. So hydration is key with this technology. But the most important thing that you understand is that hydration is key for any type type of health to go on in the body. For you to have any kind of healing from any type of ache, pain, illness, disease, you have to be well hydrated. Hydration is, there are so many diseases that are just caused because people are dehydrated, or dehydration is a part of that illness or disease. It's a factor. It can even be a side effect of some of those things. So having proper hydration is so very important. High quality water. So not just tap water, but make sure you're using some type of filtration system. Thankfully, we will be getting a water system here soon that is going to elevate to a whole new level our body's ability for our cells to be able to receive that hydration. So light infused water allows the penetration into our cells of the hydration, which is what's so exciting. And it's why that it is a truly a novel technology as well. No competition. There's never been anything like this invented, to where David Schmidt figured out how to infuse water with light so that it can penetrate that cell, and then the cell is able to receive the hydration, which means we get this amazing elevation in our collagen and elastin, and across the board have health in all of our organs and all of our tissues that is then seen in our hair, skin, and nails, which is what's so cool. So stem cells, cardiovascular system, brain health, collagen, and your immune system. Those are the 5 areas I love to talk about. Everyone wants to have a stronger, more viable immune system so that no matter what we encounter in life, that our body is able to handle whatever it's being presented with, because pretty much we are constantly under assault. Our water, our air, our food, like everything has issues. So we need all the help we can get. So when I can put on a tiny little patch like this and know that it's going to also support my immune system across the board so that everything is working better, that gives me such a peace of mind. And I'm just very thankful for that. So peace of mind is enough, would be enough for anyone to use the technology. But think of all those areas I talked about. So, and for me, if it was only that I got just my energy back, but I felt younger, I felt better, I didn't feel like I needed a nap every day, if that was the only thing that I got back, it would have been enough for me to never stop wearing the technology. So I have a very long list of things that it benefited me. But if I just got that one thing, that would have been enough. And peace of mind of having my body work properly, that would be enough as well, and understanding, which truly, that's my husband. My husband feels nothing. He notices nothing from this technology. The only reason that we know that it's working is because he's had test results done. We see it in his test results. So once again, peace of mind to know that your body is working at a higher optimal state, gives you that peace of mind of knowing that you can take on your day, because really our health is our wealth. I mean, if we don't have our health, the list of things that get eliminated in what we can do on a daily basis diminishes very, very quickly. And I don't know about you, but however many days the good Lord gives me here left on this earth, I want to be able to live them to the fullest. And I'm so thankful for a super easy, super affordable technology that I can put on every day, that I have peace of mind that my body is getting the support that it needs and things are being turned back on to work the way that God designed them. So really and truly, I'm going to tell you that you want to wear this technology. If you're like, well, how long do I have to wear it? Hopefully from everything I've said, you're like, okay, I get it. This is me pursuing health. This is me, helping, just a part of a commitment to my health that I'm going to make, just like you would to exercise, eating better, drinking high quality water, whatever it is, that this would also be one of those things. Hopefully that's what you've decided for yourself as well. If you're still one of those people that's like, but Nikki, how long do I have to wear it? I am going to tell you, if you have anything going on with you, if there is a list, okay, of ache, pain, illness, disease, medications, whatever this list is going on over here, I'm going to say 6 to 12 months. You got to give it 6 to 12 months so that you have the time to be able to get back into the doctor, to have him run some of those test results so that you can see, oh my goodness, this really is changing things. For me, my thyroid completely regenerated in 2 years. Okay. Would I have wanted to stop at 6 to 12 months and my thyroid not being regenerated just because I saw other things in my health? No. I want all things to be regenerated. However much God can do with my body to regenerate, for, to heal itself, I want it to have full access to that. And so the longer you wear it, it's going to have a compounding effect. So if you don't have a list, if you don't have this list over here, then I'm going to say 1 month for every decade you are old. So if you're 40, that would be 4 months to really give it a chance to see what it can do in your body. And then as well, I would say get some test results done. So to see what you have some type of scan, BioWell, Menla scan. There's all kinds of amazing scanners out there as well that you can have done to where truly you can see the technology causing your body to work more optimally instantly. That's what you have to understand. When I'm talking about the test results where it's showing in your blood that GHK copper peptide is being elevated in 24 hours, it's showing that. I also see that for every person that I send into one of the healthcare practitioners I work with that has a high-end medical scanner, it's instantly, they can scan the body without the technology, they can put the technology on, and it instantly shows that there is work happening, there is change happening where organs and systems are being supported in the body. So just know that this is one of those things to where this is a pursuit of health, you taking charge of your health, being in control of your health and deciding this is something that a way that you want to support your body, reset to a younger, healthier state. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that can do that. There's nothing else that we have access to that can do that in this way as affordably and effectively as this technology, non-invasively. There's nothing else in the world that can do that for you. So what questions do we have? Oh, goodness, I really talked a lot tonight, didn't I? I'm already over time. Goodness. But if there's any questions or anybody that wants to share just a real quick story, please come on. I do want to share one more story with you. It's just when you hear amazing stories, I always want people to know them. So, special needs child started on the technology. She was testing out at 4-year-old level, and now, after several months of using the technology, she's testing at the 4th grade level. Imagine what that does for a family. Okay, for an entire family that is affected by things that happen in life, whatever it is that caused her to be special needs, whatever happened, for her to get that kind of acceleration with just in a few months from going to 4 years old, that's her learning capability on a 4-year-old level. She's much older than that. And now testing on the 4th grade level, what an absolute gift it is for an entire family, the siblings, the aunts, the grandparents, the parents, everyone. Her life is changed because of this technology supporting the way that the body was designed to work. So is there anybody new? I'm not sure if there's anybody brand new tonight. Let me open the chat. I want to make sure, I forgot to say that at the beginning. We give away 5 days of our X39 technology. To anybody who's new, we spin your name, we put it in a wheel of names. So type your name in the chat for me if there's anybody new on the call. So yeah, asking about all the clinical studies. So go to patchtheway.com, PATCH theway.com. All the clinical studies are there. All the patents are there. The links to PubMed are also there. So, and there's all kinds of great before and after pictures. There's testimonials. It's a phenomenally done website. So, okay, just want to make sure I don't see anybody putting their name in the chat. Okay, yes, Pastor Ed, please come on.
Is this Kim Frederickson from Maryland, a friend of the Bellinos, or somebody that you know, Miss?
No, I'm part of Bob Jason's
Bob
team.
Chase. No
She's
problem.
mine, Ed. She's mine.
Oh, hey, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Thanks. Great to have you here, Miss
Oh,
Kim.
thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah,
Absolutely. We're so
she's already a manager.
But you
so
can
she's
pick me.
good.
That's fine.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Kim. That's fantastic. Yes. Well,
Okay.
does anybody have any quick questions or another quick story they want to tell? No? Okay. Very good. Well, we're actually going to stay on the call tonight. So anybody that, well, I'm going to stop the recording. Let's see, there was, I think it was Judy. We were talking to Judy. Is she still on the call? Or did we lose her? Well, we'll see. I'm going to stop the recording. Maybe she'll come back in. She had several questions that she wanted to ask. And so I just told her we would take some time to do that. So I'm going to stop the recording. Please get back to whoever invited you to the call tonight. Tell them that, ask them if they're ready to get started. Please tell them that you're ready to get started. Don't wait another day to be on your journey of what this technology can do for you and your body. So with that, we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone.
Good night. God bless.
God bless.